think this is the chat.
Okay, we're live. Okay, guys, thank you so very much for joining us again. We're going to try this again.
Whoa, sorry. All right.
I'm going to keep the other video up and I'll link them together after this video. So for all of those who watch that, we don't have to do a big repeat on what we've already discussed. And Pamela had trouble with her microphone. We're hoping this works better.
Let us know.
I could hear her before, so.
Can you hear me? I can hear her. I could hear. So you can hear. Can you hear me, Vicki? Just stay here, ladies. They will be back soon. They said. Is that the same chat or is that a different chat? I don't know.
That's a different chat. This is for the new video.
Okay, so that one's not the right one. I can hear very soft.
No, that's the wrong one.
Okay, the one, she's not on yet, is she? Somebody said?
Yes.
Okay, that's the right one. Okay, can everybody hear me now? I'm going to talk really, really loud. So if some of you think I'm yelling, turn down your volume. So we were talking about how essential oils work and what they do. And I was talking about that anything you touch goes into your skin within 20 seconds and into your bloodstream within 20 minutes. Our skin is our largest organ of our entire body. So there's two ways that you can take in essential oils: through the nose, the olfactory, or through the skin, okay? So the third way, there's actually three ways. The other way is through the mouth when you digest them or ingest them. So how do they work? They go in and they have this really big intelligence, because think of plants. When we see a little bottle, we're thinking of this little bottle, right? And we take it to a package because it's just like packaged food. We think, oh, it's packaged food. This is packaged food, but we have to think of where it comes from, and the source of where that oil is coming from is a live, intelligent plant or tree or shrub. And so with that, as you know, if you do any gardening, it's amazing when you pick a vegetable or a fruit and it regenerates itself. It makes new flowers. It has more fruit. It has more going on. So the same thing that happens in that plant happens in the molecules in an essential oil. So the essential oil is the essence of the plant. It's the lifeblood of the plant. It's that healing compounds from the plant. So the best way I can describe how we've learned about these plants and what they do is watching animals. So if any of you have seen horses or been around horses, they know, animals know what plants to eat to help themselves. So, right, they get their food from nature. So if you think about the squirrels that are eating all the apples off my apple tree and why they eat the skin off the apples, that's where the vitamins and nutrients are. If you watch a squirrel, it doesn't eat the inside of the apple. It eats the outside and leaves the inside. And if you didn't know that, just come to my house and see my apple tree with all these apples all over the place that are skinless. And that's what happens. And they know that because they know they need those vitamins and nutrients from that plant, right? And horses, when you ride a horse, I was in Sedona, and my husband talked me in. I'm not a huge horse rider, like I'm not experienced, but I think they're fascinating animals. And so I went on a mountain ride on the horse. And when I was on this horse, and you know, horses can sense you. They can sense if you're afraid. They can sense if you love them. They can sense if something's wrong with you. And when I got on this horse, I overheard the guy saying, you know, watch her. He can be timid. He can go off course real easily. And I thought, oh, great. I'm the one that gets the crazy horse. And as I'm on that ride, I noticed the horse was going off course to eat at plants. different ones. So every plant the horse ate off of, I grabbed the plant, the tree or shrub or plant, grabbed some and I put it in my pocket. And I smelled it and went, ah, that's helichrysum. Oh, that's cypress. Oh, he just ate some marjoram. And I'm holding it in, and I knew this from just spices, right? And I knew this from, by that time I had taken an aromatherapy course, so my nose was attuned. And I got off there, I had fun, it was a great time. I get off that horse, and I said to the owner, I said, you know why your horse goes off course? Your horse is trying to heal itself of something. It needs the plants that it's eating. And I pulled out my pocket and I had this whole wad of different plants in my pocket. And I said, smell this. He's eating this because of the altitude. He's eating this because of his circulatory system. He's eating this because of the, you know, and I went through each one. And I said, your horse has something going on that you need to investigate. Because it's through the animals that we know what plants are good for us. So that's one of the best examples I can tell you to say that these little bottles of love, as I call them, or as Melody calls them, little bottles of magic.
They're magic.
These are why, or these help us in ways that our body needs help. And so when you smell them, they may smell fabulous. And when they smell fabulous to you, it means your emotional body is craving it, is loving it. Bring it on. When they don't smell so good to you, and I'm going to give you an example of one. I'm going to grab one behind me. This one, it's called Dragon Time. Melody thinks the name is fantastic. And she
ordered that one.
Yeah. When I smell this, I go, whoa, oh. Well, guess what? Dragon Time is one that has oils that support maybe the hormonal body or the digestive system and things like that. And if you look at them, they're all food. Like if you look at the ingredients of this, it's going to be like fennel and anise and all these food substances that we're used to as spices. And so when I smell that, my body goes, whoa. And what that tells me is that my physical body is craving it. Because our physical body we get in a habit. Just like Melody saying, I don't like exercise. We get in a mindset and we get in a habit that we want to stay here. We don't necessarily crave change. And so we want to stay there, but these little bottles of intelligence say, no, we want to help you move forward. We want 3 drops on you. 1 to 3 drops only is what we put on. So that's the way topically you can apply 1 to 3 drops and put it on location. Okay? For inhalation, smelling it goes a long way. It's a very powerful way. It goes into the olfactory, into the limbic brain, where your memory and emotions are stored. So you may smell something that reminds you of something. And you may have heard my story already about my grandma. And when I smelled the oil of rose, which is a very high frequency, our most expensive oil, because it takes 10,000 roses to make one little 15 milliliter bottle of rose. So it's a very powerful scent. You'll know out in the stores if it's fake. If it's a $10 bottle of rose, there's no way it's real. Okay? No way. 10,000 plants? Come on. To make that, you think they can make that for $10? It's not going to happen. So,
and in the stores, some of them, they only have to have 5%.
5% purity. So when it says pure on the label or all natural, that only means that it has to have 5% purity. So you have to be brand conscious, and that's why we're talking about Young Living. And so when I smelled rose, I went, oh my gosh, took me right back to my grandma's house without her teeth in, having to sleep with her as a child. Like sleeping next to her because there are no more beds left. And I had to retrain that memory because every time I thought of rose, I went, Grandma's here without some teeth. And I was like, yeah, no. So I would put rose on and I would think about something new, something fresh. Like rose to me is my meditation oil that I just go, Calgon, take me away. You know that commercial that we've all seen? It's like, take me to another place. And now rose is my happy place oil. So I still laugh about my grandma memory, but it doesn't trigger me to think, oh, whoa, the emotional body. So it's really kind of fun to play with them. It's fun to do that. What about stop craving? Yes, emotional eating. I'm so glad you just asked that. Can I answer that question, Melody? Are we okay with just answering that right away?
Sure.
Yeah. So part of what I did with Melody while I was there, and I have to send you your affirmations. Part of what I did is I also tested her emotional, where she was in that time and space with her emotional body, and releasing old patterns. They could be ancestral, they could be from childhood, they could be in the subconscious versus the conscious. And we looked at what could hold her back emotionally, and we released that and we moved forward. So all of you that are doing the Melody Lane Lifestyle Challenge and are ordering with us these last 2 weeks, and I say us because we're all one big happy oily family, when you're doing that, you get time with me. So I will gift you one-on-one time to do what I did with Melody, to have that conversation, right? To say, let's find out what the emotion is holding on to you, and let's see what that is. And I have a way of doing that, okay? I have a technique that I utilize. And so you're absolutely right that oils, especially citrus oils, we like to diffuse those, and peppermint, because they can help you with your metabolism of, how do I want to say that? With your emotional body of food cravings, right? They may help with that because they help so deeply on the emotional level. Okay, so I really, really, really love to talk about oils and emotions, because that's how they helped me the most tremendous way. And I know a lot of you are going to ask about those big words that start with a D and start with an A. And I because of staying compliant and staying in wellness talk, I cannot answer those questions distinctively, but what I can say to you is the essential oils go into that area of the brain that store those messages. And what the essential oil intelligence does is helps you reprogram those thought patterns, right? So when we have a pattern of thinking and emotion, we have nerves. The nervous system is connected at the cervical spine. But the nervous system is all along the spinal cord, okay, with nerves fingering all out to all the different parts of the body. You can look that up. Look up spinal cord and look up nerves, and you'll see a picture of all of that. And what the essential oils do is they help support you emotionally by changing the messaging. Does that make sense to you guys? So when I am using frankincense every single day for a very distinctive purpose of bringing my emotional, mental, and physical, spiritual bodies together, there's a reason for that. When you think of the spinal cord and all those little nerve messages going up the spine, we can get fractionated. Does that make sense? It's like if you have a cord that's frayed and you go to plug it in, what would happen to you? You get shocked, right? Who wants to be shocked over and over? No one. So when we have our nerve endings, our messaging systems that have had some type of, we call it a subluxation, some type of weight bear on it, some type of trauma to it in some way, it becomes these messagings that come up. And what we want to do is use smart tools to bring that messaging center back into union. So that's why I'm so into yoga and essential oils, because everything I am passionate about, helps bring that nervous system back into that union together. So the messages are pure and the messages are positive. I want people to be in a blissful state. And so all I can say to you is try them. And Melody, what happened when you started using oils?
I was really skeptical. I've heard about oils and I've heard stories like this, but until I tried them, like it's really, really magic. I don't know where these have been all my life, but it's magic. I tell them the story about how your husband saw a difference in you and told you you had to wear frankincense every day.
Oh, I just love this whole thing. So, when I first started using the oils, much like many of you, because you know I've been on the phone with a lot of you, and I so love that you're calling the 800 number. And if you don't know about it, it's 800-522-1927. I loved hearing you and talking to you and just being positive with you. So with that, I was in the same boat as many of you, excuse me, that I felt like these were a little pricey. And when I bought my first kit, which I bought the Ancient Oils of the Bible, the first kit, because I was teaching children's mass, and frankincense is one of those oils, right? And I started putting it on just on the weekends when I was preparing for my message and when I was delivering my message to hundreds of children. And I started using it thinking, you know what, this is connecting me to God as I'm preparing to be that servant, that messenger. And when I started doing that, I started feeling amazing, amazing. And so at church and around on the weekends, people would go, Pam, you are just so full of joy. I feel like I just want to cling to you. I want to be around you. It's amazing. You're just always so joyful and happy. And my husband started noticing everybody saying this. And he said, what is different? They're right. What is different about you on the weekends? And I said, well, the only thing that I've shifted is I started using frankincense. And I started using it just on Saturday and Sunday. And he goes, why only Saturday and Sunday? And I said, because, honey, this little bottle right here, the little bottle's $45. This big bottle's 75 or 80, 79, something like that.
I just looked today, I looked at it today, and the frankincense Vitality is only $24 for the little bottle.
Oh, awesome. They must have lowered the price for the, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So awesome. So it's only $24 for a little bottle of frankincense. Thanks for checking that out, Melody.
And that comes in a starter kit.
Yes. And it comes in the kit that she's giving the offer on. And he said to me, I said, I don't know. I didn't want to ask your permission to buy it if I run out. And I don't want to run out, is what I said to him. And he said, I don't care. If it's making you happy and it's doing what we're all witnessing, if it's helping you, I want you to have it every day. And I said, okay. And literally every day I have utilized this. And multiple times throughout the day. Whenever I need my buddy Frank, I call him, I just drip him on my head or put him in my hand and rub him on my heart and take it to my nose and smell it. And it makes me feel, that bliss. I love to feel blissful. And it gives me that. And so, and then I realized that it really wasn't expensive at all. We're not really asking you guys to share oils. 90% of Young Living essential oils is product users. People that just love the product and use them. 10% of the people start to share the product like I am and like Melody is. Only 10%. We never push this. But yet what I did is I wanted frankincense so badly and I wanted so much more product that I thought, well, I'll share with just 2 people and see what happens. That's what I did. I shared organically from 2002 to 2009. And sharing from that time period just organically, all of a sudden I could buy monthly and I could keep adding product on because I was sharing with enough people that loved them and wanted to talk about oils with me that I started getting my oils for free. So I have one more story about that. So in 2005, my husband comes up. You know, husbands are a big deal. Spouses, I should say. And I've talked to a lot of you that are like, I almost got my husband on board. My husband in 2005, it was tax time and he was doing our taxes. Now I had a child with special needs. I had a lot of doctor bills. I had a lot going on in our lives. And he comes up and he said, honey, you haven't given me any of the medical stuff. Where's all the medical stuff? And I said, what medical stuff? And he goes, the records for the taxes. And I said, I am happy to report to you that we only did wellness visits. And he said, what? And I said, we only needed wellness visits. And he goes, seriously? I said, yeah. And he said, how much have you spent on oils? And you know what I could say? I said, I got it all for free because everyone else I know loves them too. And so I am sharing with with the right people that want to do it with me, and we're all sharing and we get it for free. Now that's only 10% of the company that does that, but my mouth and Melody's, we couldn't help it. We couldn't help but to share that, because my word back then, Melody, I think it's so cute that you call them little bottles of magic, because my word was always weird. When I was on the beginning of my journey to learn wellness, everything was weird. I'd go, that is so weird. Oh my goodness, that's so weird. And I'd tell people stories and I'd go, isn't that so weird? Well, finally, like 10 years later, I looked up the word, what it means, weird. Because we make up our own definitions to things, right? Especially words like that. The word weird means magical.
That's cool.
So you're kind of going, look at these little bottles of weirdness. Oh my goodness. So there are a few stories. I get a little passionate if you can't tell. They've changed my life in so many ways.
Yes. So the chat box is not working on the video.
Okay.
But they can leave comments. But we do have this chat box that some people are talking through. I don't, something's happening with YouTube.
Yeah, I don't think
I put the link to the chat box in the comments. So if you guys are watching live, you could find my link in the comments and click on that and the chat box will come up. And I wanted people to know
in the comments. Whoops, sorry.
I told Pam, I'm not doing this to make money. I'm doing this, sharing with you guys, because I want you guys to be healthy, and I know these will help so many of you. So I'm like, can we offer them something? You know, like you guys are used to my Cricut code. Can I give them a discount? Can we pay for their shipping? Is there something we can do? So tell them about this deal that we're doing. I'm gonna let you talk.
Yeah, so we had to get special permission from Young Living to do this special. And we had to come up with a way. They're not used to doing this. They don't do coupon codes at Young Living. We very rarely discount our starter kits and our products. It's a rare occasion. It happens, but it's very rare. And so we had to get special permission. And what Melody has chosen to do basically is give up her commission. Remember how I told you I got my products for free? She won't from this. And she's not getting her products for free right now because she has chosen to take the 10% that she's giving you and the free shipping and the gift and the extra limit if you do Ningxia Red is all coming out of Melody's commission or out of her pocket, really. It's coming out of her, you know, hard-earned money that you guys help. You guys are helping her, right? Whether it's buying her Cricut code or buying these oils, that kind of thing. You're supporting her in those ways, but she's giving all the money back that she's making off these 2 weeks of this promotion back to you through the sale, through the specials. So please know, and you know, both of us have plenty in our lives. Let's just say that. Like, you never want to say it's not about money, because money is awesome. And I also want to talk about this a little bit because I know some of you, money is a challenge. And I want to say that start loving money and start realizing that the more money you get, the more money you have in your world, the more you can offer and the more you can give and the more you can serve. And I know a lot of people out there think negatively about money. And I had to get over it myself. I mean, I came from a family of entrepreneurs. And if you read my book ever, you'll know that I was a child very blessed. And I am not one of these rags to riches stories or anything like that. I was a very blessed child that my dad had a rags to riches story, where my dad came from a farmer and became an entrepreneur and did very, very, very well and did well for his family. I'm his daughter. So I came from him that did that. So I was that child that was very blessed. And I'm honored to say that. I'm honored to say that I had a father that worked really hard to change his stars. And I'm honored to say, wow, I came into the world so blessed that I have been a servant. And I feel I'm going to get welled up about that. I feel very passionate about serving. I've also had many health challenges where I've been on the couch for many weeks. My assistant just dropped something off on my porch. She saw I was on this and she stopped. I've been where it's either take me now or what can I do? And some of you are feeling that. I know that. I've been to that place where you're like, really? Could anything else happen to me? And through those journeys, I had to wake up and go, wait a minute. I was put here for a purpose and I have something to share. And I declare that I want to be well. And if I'm well, I will serve. And that's what I'm doing here. This is all service. And so to know that Melody comes from the same DNA that I come from in a roundabout way. Her mom is my dad's youngest sister, only sister, but her mom's the youngest in the family. There's 5 kids in our parents' family. And my dad's the middle child and Melody's mom is the youngest. And knowing that we come from that same strand, when we came together just in the last month, it was like, wow, we're made of the same mold. And so I want you to know that it's about moving forward. It's about changing people's lives. It's about how can we help. So in this process, what Melody's offering, the premium starter kit is usually $160 plus tax and shipping, which for most places comes to you between $180 and $190 by the time you put tax and shipping and everything on there. But what she's offering is 10% off the premium starter kit, which is 11 essential oils, samples of our Ningxia Red Whole Food Superfood juice, little sample sachets, little sample bottles, some information in there. There's a whole YouTube video on that kit that you can see on my channel. And she's offering that kit for 10% off. So it comes to $144 and she's offering free shipping. So by the time you pay tax on it, you're looking, I don't know, $150 something. I think the orders are coming to $171, I want to say, for the premium starter kit. Does that sound about right? With the Ningxia Red in there. So if you do the whole thing, so she's offering, let me back up. So
I'm not just offering free shipping, I'm paying for the shipping.
Yeah, the company's not offering free shipping.
I'm paying for it on my credit card.
That's funny. I love that. It's free shipping to the consumer, but to Melody, it's not free. She's paying the shipping. So she's paying the 10%, plus she's paying the shipping. I love this. Plus she's giving you a free gift that's coming to you, which by the time that free gift gets to you, it's a $20 value that she's having to deal with here.
Yeah.
So it's free. She's like, yeah. And you can see her. She's like, yeah, I don't know if I can afford to do this again. So this, so the 144 is 10% off, plus she's paying for the shipping, plus giving you a free gift that's another $20 on top of that. Then she is offering, if you do the Ningxia Red Challenge, which we want to talk about the challenge, she's doing the Ningxia Red Challenge. And this was my idea because I was like, you know what? The oils are great, but for what you have going on in your life, the juice would be amazing for you. And I learned that within one day of being with her, because you know what I learned? You guys, she doesn't eat. She's with you guys so much, or preparing what she's preparing, that she doesn't take time to eat. You guys are joking that on the lifestyle group that she doesn't eat at her kitchen table. No, you're right. She doesn't. She snacks. And I think I know Callie makes her one meal a day, right?
Well, not even that, because she's in college right now, so she's not here every day. So
yeah, so it's not every day. So when I was there, I cooked for her and I fed her snacks and I made sure she drank her juice. And that's why I'm like, if you have one of those days, which I was honest with her yesterday, and I had one of those days myself where I barely ate. I only had almond butter and a handful of chips until the evening because I had to speak in front of 25 doctors at a hospital and I was really nervous and I was just like, didn't have time. I was preparing and I didn't make time for food. So we have those days. Let's be honest. We got those days. But I did not miss my Ningxia Red yesterday. I made sure I actually had 6 ounces of Ningxia Red yesterday because I took it on the go with my little sachet sample 2-ouncers because I knew I needed the energy to keep going. And I wouldn't have had the energy to have a day like that without it. So that's why I talked her in to the challenge of the 2 bottles of juice per month, because you got to give your cells 3 months to make a difference. So when you start using oils, you feel it instantly. Like when she put on gratitude, it overtook her emotionally and she felt this big release of gratitude, which was phenomenal.
It was magic.
Yeah, it was phenomenal to witness. And with that, the juice, when you're putting nutrients in your body and you're putting supplements, it often takes a good 3 months to get a shift on the cellular level. So you may feel a difference right away with the Ningxia Red because there's essential oils in there with it, but you may not. You may need to give it that 3 full months to see what's happening. And then you see what little shifts happen. And because that's a dietary supplement, I can say that Ningxia Red supports the systems of the body. So it may support your digestive system. It may support your immune system. It may support your circulatory system. It may support your lymphatic system. It may support your skin and make your hair grow. I don't know what it's going to do for you. Your body.
Amazing stories on what it does. And we can't discuss everything because of FDA compliance, but it's amazing from people that I know, I've heard.
Yes.
I'm never going to go without it. And I love it so much. I bought it for my son and making sure he gets enough every month.
Yeah, and see, my 2 boys at college get their own box of goods. And I know you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, how can I afford that? Let us help you. That's the other piece of why Melody is doing this. The other piece is there are some of you that need the opportunity to be 10% of this company. There are some of you that need an opportunity to grow financially with your wellness intact. And so it's not our main focus, but I'm going to do an injustice to you if I don't bring up that is an opportunity right in front of you.
And I know some of them want more money because I know they want that Cricut maker. And I see in the comments that some of you say your husband says you're going to need to get a second job or you need to start making money some way.
Well, and guess what? I'm asking for a Cricut make. Nobody ever knows what to buy me for Christmas. So I'm asking for a Cricut maker. Is it the Cricut maker I want? The one that does the t-shirts?
Yes.
I want to make specialized t-shirts for my special people in my life. Like, there's so many people in my life that I can gift oils to and I can gift all these things to, but it would be so fun to do a specialized shirt for someone, wrap an oil in there and give it to them. I'm like so excited. I'm like, okay, I got to make this functional and really understand how to do this. So I'll be watching some videos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll be here to support you as you are with me.
Yes, yes. And look at her rainbow of paper. It's not quite the same as my rainbow of oils. It's just not as vibrant. I really miss you guys. I really, 2 thumbs up for Melody and her new home and her new video space, because when I came home, I have to tell you that everything looked so brown to me in my home. So keep that color flowing, because we really like watching that.
Oh, and tell them the little story that you just told me right before the video.
Which one?
About you galloping.
Oh, so when I was at Melody's, I realized that, you know, I said we're of the same mold, right? So we'd sit there and we would be answering phone calls, answering texts, preparing videos, and we'd be sitting for a long period of time. And I'll tell you, so I would get up and I would gallop around her house and go, come on, Melody, we've got to get up from these chairs. And I would gallop around and she would just start giggling and we just have this laughter attack, right? So yesterday, so that set me off on this galloping and skipping. And yesterday I went to my chiropractor, Dr. Jim Clausen. I love him. I love his family. And he is awesome. And I went to get a session with him. He's not your typical chiropractor. He doesn't do just the basic 7, pop you here, pop you there, pop you there. He has a special technique that he does for what I was talking about, up the spine and getting the nervous system to come from sympathetic to parasympathetic. And I feel it instantly, and I just love it. So he did his little thing on me, and I got up and I skipped out of the office. And I went, bye, you guys, and I skipped out of the office that day. Well, I went back to his office. I had to drop off some essential oil stuff to his office for people. And I walked in, and his gal at the front desk said, Pam, I got to talk to you. And I went up there, and I said, what's up? She said, I have to tell you the impact you made on my life yesterday. And I'm like, really? And she goes, yeah, when you skipped out of here, I thought to myself, wow, she really lives life to the fullest. She's happy. Look at her skipping. And she goes, it really made an impact on me. So last night I skipped, and I just thought life is good. And I skipped with my daughter around the barn. She has a daughter that's an equestrian rider. And so they were at the barn and they skipped around the barn. And I said, really? I go, and I told them the story of galloping around Melody's house and where that came from. And they're like, gallop around here. So I started galloping around the doctor's office and getting everybody excited and happy. So if you haven't gotten up for a while after this video, can I give you a little homework or a challenge just to skip or gallop? I don't run after having 2 big baby boys. I do not run, but I can skip and I can gallop. So that's what I do, and I hope it motivates you to feel the zest of life that we're feeling. So there you go. That's the story. Kind of fun.
That's awesome.
It is fun.
So I posted the link to where to sign up to purchase this, because some people in the comments, I refreshed my video and scrolled down in the comments, so some have asked for that.
Okay, so you guys, when we talk about this special, you can just go to that link and it explains it all to you. But remember that 888 number that you can call and ask questions. So today and tomorrow, I am going to a concert tonight. I'm going to take a little time to dance and sing at a concert tonight, and all positive music. And so I won't be around tonight, but I will get a lot of phone calls in today still. And tomorrow I'm doing an essential oil, what did I call that, Melody? Essential oil education day. I think that's what I called it. Essential oil education day Facebook event that you'll all be invited to. You want to put that link in there as well. And I will be on live throughout the day and doing different posts to take you from the basics of essential oils all the way to some advanced knowledge. So I'm going to have some of my team members, Melody might jump on for a little bit, and different people that can jump on and do a little bit of Facebook Lives, but it's all going to be on that Facebook event.
Awesome. And I'll put all these links in the description of the video afterwards, because, and if you just started with this, I did another video before this where I started the video and talked about the weight I've lost since Thursday. It's less than a week. And how excited I am because so many had questions. I think some people thought, Pam's my cousin, I let her get on my channel because I have a lot of people watch and you can just sell your oils. That's not the case at all. I told her I'll try them because I wanted to try them. And I said, if I like that, we'll have to see. You know, I'm not just going to put something on my channel. I don't just put things on my channel just to make money from or just to help her or anything like that. I have to love them, and I do love them. And well,
can you guys tell a difference in Melody? Can you tell a difference in Melody's face from the 6 pounds? And whatever is happening is beautiful to see. I just can't say enough. And I hope you guys read my comments in the lifestyle group, because I'm letting Melody do most of the posting in there. And then I'm coming in and commenting on after I read a lot of your posts, and I'm responding to you. But I'm going to come through with the coaching stuff. So a lot of you that I've talked to have said, oh, if I had a coach. Well, I am a coach. I'm a coach of 20 years, 15 to 20 years. And what I'm offering, I don't have a lot of clients privately right now, because when I started thinking about this, I was like, I can't take people on right now because I'm going to be coaching Melody and her lifestyle. And that's the kind of coach I am, that I'm coaching anyone that does these, that signs up with us. You're going to be on a list, and those are the people that I'm spending time with for no fee. Right? And my fee is usually $120 an hour. So I am gifting that because I'm seeing the transformation so big. I saw the transformation in 24 hours of being at Melody's, because I'm not pushy with this stuff. It's like I introduce it, I put it in your hands, you see how it feels, and instantly she was like, whoa, wow, whoa, wow, wow.
It's magic.
And then we just kept going. She had no idea when I came to visit her that she was going to start walking. I didn't tell her anything. No.
And it was my idea to walk twice.
And it was your idea to buy a scale. Wasn't my idea.
I didn't have a scale. And I've been walking twice a day. And something, let me click on my face so they're saying they can't see me. So it was one evening, I'm like, well, let's go for another walk. It's so easy to walk in the morning and walk in the evening. And we're not telling anyone how far to walk. If you can only walk to the end of your driveway and you're out of breath, then walk back in the house. Start there. Seriously, okay, that may sound funny, but when it was really hot and humid here, even at night, and I had all this garbage to bring out to the end of my street, I had to take a break before I could finish. Because like when I moved in, I had lots of boxes and stuff. I would drag one box of empty boxes, you know, flattened boxes out for recycling. And then I'd have to take a break before I had to do any more, because I was out of shape, because I sit here all day long in front of the computer. So maybe just walking out to the end of your driveway is far enough. Just start. And one thing that has helped me walk is because I was thought, well, when Pam leaves, what am I going to do? You know, that really was a thought. I'm like, I'm going to have to walk by myself, you know? And so if I think about things, I talk myself either into something or I talk myself out of something. So I could easily talk myself out of the walk. I can make up excuses for anything. So I decided, no, I'm just going to do it. Like last night, Callie was here. She worked late last night and we were doing some things, and we were sitting here for a while, and she's like, well, why don't you go for your walk? And then she did the dishes and stuff while I was going for a walk. And I'm like, okay, I'm going for a walk. So I just went for a walk. I had to stop thinking about it. If it was like time for, I don't have a certain time I go, but like I do it in the morning and I do it in the evening. So I'm like, it's evening. I try to do it before it gets too dark. I'm like, oh, I better go for a walk. I just go for a walk. I stopped making excuses and I just do it. Don't even think about it, because if I think about it, I won't do it.
Well, and have you gotten to the point yet, Melody, that you're thinking about all your work stuff, right? And you're doing all of your crafts. You're making a craft so that you can do the video about it and all that kind of stuff. Have you gotten to the point where at some point you get up and you move around the house and you come back and you realize, oh, I'm much clearer here? Because one of the things, clear in the mind, one of the things that I'm going to say to you guys, if you're sitting and sitting and sitting, set an alarm on your phone every hour to get up. Just getting up is exercise for some of you. Just get up and move a tiny bit, you know, and it helps so much for the mental brain. It helps for that memory.
Yeah, it does. Moving it helps. Also, what helps me, my brain move a little and come up with ideas is, here, let me click on myself. Look, there's a bottle called Motivation.
Let's put some on together right now. I need it for the rest of the day.
I'm going to put it on you because you have more practice at this.
So I just dropped it into my hand, 1 to 2 drops, and I rub my palms together. I let my fingertips be out so that they're not in the oil. And then I'm going to rub it on my neck and my chest. And we've had a lot of questions of, are those diluted? What happens with that? A lot of our blends do have dilution to them already in it, so you have to look at the ingredients in there to see. But you can always test, and I feel like I've said this over and over, you can always test on the inside of your arm to see if you have any sensitivity to it before you place it somewhere else on your body. If you have a sensitivity, grab a fatty oil like olive oil, jojoba oil, coconut oil, whatever vegetable oil you have will work, and just put it on that and it takes it down. Oil and water do not mix. So if you have a reaction somewhere, do not add water, add a carrier oil, okay? So then always smell. I call this the scent tint. It's like, I always tell them in my yoga classes that I can make lots of sound effects with the oils. And I will be taking you guys on walks here, going through the seasons, as soon as I get my Osmo to work really well. You got to realize, yes, I'm teaching you about oils, but Melody is teaching me about all these gadgets, all these cameras. That's why you can't hear me very well. We've got to work on that. I've got to get a mic and get a lot of stuff. Amazon's going to be coming to my door a lot. And that's what she's helping me do, is get more to the point where it's easier for me to share, because I got lots in here to share. Yes, she does.
And this deal that we're doing is only until October 30th. That's why we're here today. It's really close. And I want you guys to feel better. I want you guys to make more money. I want your health to get better. I know so many of you really need these. And because I realized it's magic, I want to share it with you guys. We're not doing this deal again. This was a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. I was up till 3 in the morning the other night just putting in all the information. It's a 4-step process because our company is not doing it. It's a 4-step process for Melody and I to do this. So it's you know, I don't want to be a martyr. I love doing it, but it's one of those things that we've learned that this is the company's not set up to do this for us. And so, you know, we have to take it while we can and put the deadline on it, you know, because we can't live like this. We can't put this much time into it forever and ever and ever. So,
and if you have any questions, please call the 800 number. I did put that in the comments. I also put it in the chat, and we will put it in the description below. And if you join my Melody Lane Lifestyle group, there's all the information in their group, and where people are starting to walk. I'm so grateful that I could be somebody to motivate others to start walking. They're taking pictures on their walk. They're sharing their walks. They're sharing what they're doing. And so it's a lot of fun. I want you guys to join us on this journey in the Facebook group, or even if you're not on Facebook, share it in the comments of the videos.
Yeah. Yes. And I will say to you that everybody that is signed up with a Young Living account that follows Melody, that is signed up with their Young Living wholesale membership by the end of October, and then any of you that join in through the other months, we will put you on a specific mailing list that I will manage, and then Melody and I will invite you to Zoom coaching calls. Okay, so that we will have Zoom coaching calls, but you have to have the Young Living account to do that, because we're going to be talking about specific products, specific wellness, and it just won't serve you unless you have that wholesale account and that you have the products. So that's going to be specific. You can always be in the lifestyle chat. You can always watch our videos. Anybody and everybody can do that. But if you want to be on our specific coaching Zoom calls for wellness, then you have to have a Young Living account. And it doesn't necessarily have to be with Melody and I. If you already have an account, I educate everyone with Young Living. I'm a top leader in this company. I'm part of the core faculty for Young Living Balance Yoga and Wellness Retreats. So I travel around teaching. The next one is in Sarasota. If you want to come see me in Sarasota, Florida, if you're near there, we can post that link in there as well, because it's a 3-day self-care retreat, and you do not have to be a yogi. Every time we do one of these, there's people that have never done yoga before. We know how to teach. We teach self-care, very simplistic practices. So there's that I do. So anybody that's using Young Living can be in these that follows Melody, okay? But we would love for you that are not have an account to join the family and let us help you.
And if you have any questions, call that 800 number. It's to leave a message for Pamela. Pamela personally gets that. It's not with the company. It's with her. She calls you back, and she will discuss anything. She can answer more questions than what she can on social media. She can really help you much more.
Yes. Yeah, it's nice to hear everybody's personal journey and give you things to look up and things to think about. And it's not all Young Living either. I mean, some of it is dry brushing. You're going to get lots of education about wellness that is not just related to Young Living as well. Because I'm a health coach, so not everything I do is Young Living essential oils. I do a lot of self-care movement, as you can see on our YouTube channels. Melody has my morning routine in the raw. She has my night routine in the raw. And you'll see some of that more and more as I just bought a rowing machine. So because it's so cold here in the winter months, I knew I had to get my cardio, and I really researched what I would like to do. And I got a wooden water rower. So I will show you my wooden water rower.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really pretty cool. And this is new to me because I do not like cardio. Yeah. I can do yoga all day long, but I don't do like the yoga that you think of when you think of yoga. I don't do hot yoga. So.
Cool.
Oh,
and you get a free gift too.
Yes.
Not only am I paying for shipping and paying for you 10% off, I'm paying to send you a gift and paying for that shipping too.
Yep.
So this is why we're doing this. I really want you guys to take advantage of this now before it's the regular price, because I know it can help.
Oh, and we've got to say, and put this in the chat, that orders have to be in by October 30th, because the way the process that we have to do this specially, we have to have all day, the last day of the month, to make sure these process with the promotions the way they're set up. You see what I'm saying?
They also get a cinnamon bark if they get the Ninja Red. The cinnamon bark is a gift from Young Living.
Yeah, but the lemon extra is from you.
Yes, I'm paying for that too. I forgot. I'm making no commission.
that's okay. That was your choice.
I wanted to help you guys. And
Yeah.
I know help you guys get a way to make money.
Yeah.
You know, not just health, but wellness with financially.
You know what it does? You know what it does, you guys? It gives you tools to share with others. It makes you feel like you have something to offer. If somebody says, oh, I've got this, or I have this, or whatever, and you're like, well, I'm putting on a little joy. Would you like a little joy?
Yeah, there's a bottle called Joy.
How about a little joy? I have a blog article called, Do You Carry Joy in Your Pocket? Because I do. So, you know, look at my website too. There's a ton of information on my website, funloveandoils.com. Really fun. Just click on, I fixed that, Melody, according to your coaching. I fixed that it says what are essential, you know, the essential oil piece, like so they know where to click. I fixed all that. So that's on there. I still have to put safety data on there. Thanks to all these calls, I've realized what's missing on my website as well. So thank you for doing that. And any questions that's coming up in the chat that we need to answer before we log off of here?
Vicky Moore is asking, can we possibly add to the order? I'm thinking
Absolutely.
add to it.
Yes, you can add whatever you want to the order. There's a comment box when you fill out the form on funloveandoils.com/Melody-Lane. It's in the comments. There's a comment box that you can add whatever extra oils you want in this order.
Yeah, Vicky wants a great.
We do appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I do have monthly goals, and I don't always, but I do this month because my business is doing very well, and all my leaders are so excited. You know what's fun, guys, is I get to do what I love, and I get to work with people I love, and everybody's so excited that every little bit helps, because I can't wait to see how many orders come in and how much I can give to the Young Living Foundation at the end of this year. I give a big donation at the end of the year. I tithe according to my income. So the more that comes in, the more I get to tithe to the foundation. And I send special gifts. Let me show you my little boys. These are my Ecuadorian boys from the Young Living Foundation. Which way do I have to go? So Mateo and Anthony, and these are my Young Living boys, and like I send them their soccer equipment, and I send them computers, and I make sure they have what they need. And you think it's just a little boy somewhere. No, I've been there to visit, and I've met their families, and their moms bring me gifts when I come, handmade gifts. It's so special. So I get to give more to that foundation, the more that comes in my business. So I love that.
That's awesome.
Fun.
And if you guys are not subscribed to Pamela's YouTube channel, she's youtube.com/Pamela Hunter. I will add her link in as a card and in the description below. And remember, if you have questions, if you're thinking about the kit but you're not sure, call that 800 number, because I don't want you guys to miss this.
Well, and watch tomorrow. Watch that event tomorrow, because you'll get a lot of education. We've been talking more about, we're just connecting with you and talking more about how Melody came about this and how this lifestyle challenge and how she's so motivated, which I love to see this. Oh, can you tell them the one yoga pose I gave you?
Oh, I have to stand up against a wall. So I have to stand there. So I'm like, I'm standing there. She goes, no, now put your feet closer to the wall, and then put your head up on the wall, and then put your chin down. And I'm like, oh, it kind of hurts. I fall over. And then I'm standing there, and I could feel the stretching right here, because I'm at the computer. I don't want to be like this all the time. I want to like be more, you know, sitting straight up. And I felt like it's like I'm laying down on the wall, completely flat. Yeah. I have to be honest, I don't do it every day.
Okay, well, we got to work on that, because that is going to train your spine to stay into its natural curve and not create a new curve called computer neck.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell my yoga classes, I hope this makes you giggle, because I can't see the comments or the chat. So I hope this makes you giggle. I always say it's better to have a double chin than a turtle neck. Do you get my drift? Like a turtleneck where it's way out there in front. That's a turtleneck. I'd much rather have a double chin and have my chin in than be out here and be looking down as I age because I can't lift my spine up.
Right.
So seeing the computer and being at the computer every day. So let's give you a time to do that so that it's more like natural. It's just that little wall right by that. Right on the edge of her rainbow wall right there, she has a little piece of wall that we did it on. And I would say, Melody, when you come back from your walk, because your body will be warm.
Yeah.
Either the morning or the afternoon or the evening or both. Just stand at that wall for like 8 breaths, just a little bit. Just breathe in 8 times and just stand at that wall. So sometimes when we give structure around it, like do it now, do it here. Sometimes that makes it easier to do.
Yeah. When it's planned.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but that's my type of yoga, lifestyle yoga.
Yeah. It's really easy. And I've been doing like I don't do your exact morning routine because I have to watch that video again. But I've been doing it with my legs and stuff and been moving more before I get up and I feel much better.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. It doesn't have to be exactly what I do. Make it your own.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been over an hour.
Are they still with us? Yeah.
There's still 81. I looked a few minutes ago and there was only 97. So I guess we've been on long enough.
But this is our hangout time, Melody. It's real hangout time. Like I miss you.
Yeah. So we'll have to do this like once a month or something at least.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
All right. Bye everybody.
Bye everyone.
And there's giveaways on my event tomorrow. So make sure you show up.
Oh yeah. It'll be on Facebook. And somebody asked what time is that?
It's all day long from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. at your own convenience of watching the posts.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, go call Pamela. Love you. Bye.
Bye.